Hi you guys, it's time to get back into makeup tutorials. And simple, everyday makeup is the best way to jump right back into it. My name is Caleb, aka Pretty Boy Harris, and you can follow me on all my socials at Pretty Boy Harris, and let's get right into it. Moisturizing with my HydraKate Recharging Water Cream first, as well as my Ciate London Watermelon Burst Eye Primer. And then priming with my MadebyMitchell Pore Paste. I'm really prepping my skin right now. And then locking in hydration with my Lottie London Harley Quinn Craze Hydrating Primer. Skin prep is so important because you want a flawless base. Next, I have my LA Girl Orange Color Corrector. I'm putting this on a pan and then distributing with a brush because it's the perfect way to control and not put too much orange on your face to where it's overpowering, just enough on the dark spots to where it really can correct. I love this method because I can not only blend out the color corrector evenly, but also put as much as I want on without doing a whole lot by accident. If you are really heavy-handed, I suggest doing this method first. It really works flawlessly. Side note, don't forget to prep the lips. I did prep mine with a lip oil. Putting it on in the beginning is so amazing because it preps those lips for whatever lip combo you're going to do at the end. A lip oil, I don't know why, but it just stays for the entire routine. Now, I like to do an orange color corrector for all my dark spots, so like around where I shave, underneath my eyes, that's where I usually put it, especially if I'm really tired, that's where I put it. Everybody has a different color corrector. Orange might not be the one for you. There's literally so many different colors you can use, but I definitely suggest looking into them for just like the most flawless routine. I kid you not, color correctors do wonders. Now, to make sure that my color corrector does not bleed through my foundation or my concealer, I'm setting it with the Ultimate Setting Powder from Onesize in the shade Dark Deep. I'm doing it in Dark Deep because it matches my skin tone. Now we start underpainting with my Fenty Beauty We're Even Hydrating Along Wearing Concealer. Underpainting with a hydrating concealer will literally have your under eyes looking flawless. Then taking Thread Beauty's Face It Complexion Stick to start underpainting my contour slash bronzer. If you are a beginner or somebody who struggles with blending or everything makeup, underpainting is going to be your best friend and the best solution, I promise you. It teaches you so much control. And here I am just lightly blending out that hydrating concealer we put underneath. Make sure that your concealer is really blended out because when you go to set your makeup, it can clump if it is too wet or not blended out enough. I'm just blending out that contour slash bronzer, whichever one you want to use. Make sure that you are tapping and blending, not swiping and blending. There is a big difference and you will notice it immediately if you do one or the other. Again, make sure you tap and blend, not swipe and blend. It makes a big difference. As you can see, it added dimension and warmth to my base. Love it. Next, I'm taking my Patrick Ta Major Skin Foundation. This is such a beautiful foundation. I don't even need a lot of foundation because underpainting already did all the work. Underpainting really helps with using less product. Underpainting is really for the heavy-handed girls. What do they say? Less is more. It's top-notch. Make sure that foundation is blended just as well as you would your concealer, because as soon as that powder goes on, you're done. It will be clumpy if it's not well blended, and it will look crazy. If you're not used to prepping your skin like this, I'm telling you, you will see the difference in how flawless your base will already look. It'll make you feel like you can just stop right here and you'll be good. You probably could stop right here if you're not one for too much. Like, look at that. I don't know about you, but I love more than one concealer. I'm going in with my Kylie Cosmetics Power Plush Long Wear Concealer. This is an amazing concealer, and it honestly does not get talked about enough. This concealer is so photogenic, I don't even know how else to describe it. Next, taking my MadebyMitchell Curve Case XL. I love to use my fingers for these products. If you don't know about MadebyMitchell by now, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, they're amazing. Shop MadebyMitchell. All of his cream base products, they blend like a dream. Blending your blush out before you blend your concealer is a way to blend seamlessly. If you are a beginner, definitely do this method. If you are a beginner or somebody who struggles with blending, this is the perfect way to blend out the concealer and blush area seamlessly. I'm not even joking. People always ask me how I get my makeup to look like this, how I get my makeup or my base to look how it looks. Really, y'all, it's all about practice and taking your time. You can't rush. Please do not rush the process. Even when you think you got it down and that you're that girl, I'm telling you now, do not rush, because you will walk out the house looking anything but that girl. I'm so serious. Take your time. Give yourself the time to blend everything out and enjoy the process. Again, really double checking to make sure everything's blended because powder is next. This base just gives every day, like a stranger walking up to you wouldn't even know how much you really put into your base. I mean, wow. Now, setting the base with the ultimate setting powder in translucent. Don't just put setting powder on your eye. Make sure you're tapping off that excess on the back of your hand and then setting underneath your eye. It's so important to set your eyes first because that's where all the creasing will be. Before you set your eye, make sure you're blending out the under eye one more time with that sponge. And really blend that powder out so that there are no streaks or harsh marks along your face. Really distribute it evenly. Normally, could bake, but this is just an everyday look, so I'm not going to bake today. Now going in with the dark deep powder, this is going on the perimeter of my face. I like to set the middle with translucent and then the perimeter with the brown one because it just matches my skin tone. If you can use translucent for underneath your eye and the perimeter, go ahead, go crazy. This is just what I do. And just like you would take the foundation to the neck, take that setting powder to the neck as well. Now to get that real smooth base, I'm going to take a foundation powder and I'm just blending this out all around my perimeter, on my nose, on my forehead, on my neck. It looks amazing. I'm telling you, foundation powders are there for a reason. Because this is an everyday look, I want a buildable blush, nothing too pigmented right away. The Lunar Beauty Moon Prism blush palettes are literally amazing. The most buildable, prettiest blush that you will really ever see. Like, I have all three of them. They're amazing. And all these products will be listed below. Because it's everyday, I'm taking the more fleshy toned blushes on me. And yes, blush before bronzer, it looks a lot more natural than bronzer before blush. Don't ask me why, it just always does. And just like those cream products, tap your bronzer, never swipe. Again, tap your bronzer as well as your contour, tap, tap, tap. Swiping is such an ick. I'm telling you, tap, tap, tap. Look at this base. Amazing. Next is nose contour. I don't want anything too harsh because, again, this is everyday. I started underneath my nose to give it like a slightly pulled look. And then I started to make my circle to give it, of course, that button nose-ish type of illusion. If you want a specific nose contour video, I can do one that's more in depth, as well as my eyebrows. I did do them before this video. I feel like those could really be separate videos where I really go in depth in how I do these things, because it's a little bit of a learning curve. But as you can see, I'm really scoping out that button part of the nose to really give it that kind of cutesy look. Next, I'm taking it up into the brow. This is going to give you that faded brow look, as well as that kind of like that sculpted nose look. Like this is like where the nose begins. And then I'm lightly just carving out my nose. I'm really blending with a fluffy brush the bridge of my nose. This is how I carve it out. A fluffy brush really just does it for me. It truly gives me a lot of control. And then with a brush with nothing on it, I'm just blending out all the lines. And then the key to an everyday look is taking that same bronzer and making that your eyeshadow, kind of filling it in so that your eyes are not left out and they have the warmth that the rest of your perimeter has as well. Make sure you are blending outwards so you can connect it with the bronzer on your cheek. Don't be afraid to also blend it up into the brow. You want it to all look connected and, again, natural. I'm telling you, this technique is stunning on the eye. Now I'm lining my lips. I feel like everybody has a different way to line their lips, but how I do it, I like to do a little bit of an overline, nothing too crazy. I want that perfect Bratz doll lip. like to blend in my corners and bring them almost to the center of the lip. Nothing too crazy. And that lip oil we had sitting on our lips in the beginning really helps blend out the lip liner now because my lips are super juicy and hella moisturized as well. And this being simple makeup, all you need is a pigmented lip gloss to put on top. I chose this pink one and just blend it out, and it literally does the work for you. It literally gives the perfect lip. Pop on a lash and spray some setting spray and you are done. I love this look. It's simple, it's glam, it's chic, it's literally everything. And I love a good fluffy hat. It's super cute. I'm really getting into my YouTube era, super excited. Leave some comments, let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see. I have a lot of makeup tips I can give. My channel will forever be a safe space for any and everyone. Again, all products will be listed down below, and you can follow me on all my socials at PrettyBoyHarris. Let's all continue to spread so much positivity. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so excited for my YouTube era. And yes, I'll see you later.